A big conundrum we all face when buying new golf clubs is what shafts should we have in our irons? What flex should we have? Should we have stiff? Should we have regular? Should I go for something with a little more give in it, or should I go for a proper iron rod? What's the difference between a stiff shaft and a regular shaft? Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all to the channel. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel if you're not new to the channel, but guys, if you are new to the channel, please take 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button below, and also leave us a like if you do enjoy this video. Today we've got a big array of shafts here, but I'm going to keep it really simple. We're going to go with True Temper AMT Red S300 and R300 because it really doesn't get much more simple than that. And what head should we use? I hear you screaming. Not quite screaming, but maybe you're thinking it. We're going to use one of the Titleist heads that we've got in the new fitting area up here at Huddersfield Golf Club, which Alex has done a fantastic job of, by the way. And you know what? For a bit of fun, let's have a laugh. Right, hear me out. So this test is a little bit all over the place. We're actually going to use AMT white. This is a more tall weighted option. It probably suits my tempo a little bit more. The red is the lighter option and it doesn't really... I would film it again, but I feel like you enjoy these mistakes more. Right, so we have already had a good warm up, as you can see behind me here. And when it comes to picking shaft flex, if I can get this on, would be ideal. Yeah, these are a fitting set, so it makes it a bit easier to adjust. When it does come to choosing your shafts, obviously I would recommend a proper fitting. I think personally, shaft does make a bit of a difference. I think it makes a difference in the feel of the club. I think it generally makes a difference for me in my release patterns. And I hear what you're all saying, I should definitely be doing this as a blind test. But unfortunately with COVID guidelines and regulations, we can only really do myself in here. So you've got me and me alone. And I'm a big believer of when you do a fit-in, someone passes you a shaft, they don't tell you what it is, they don't show you what it is, you just hit it and then you get the best shaft for your game. I think that's fantastic. We're not doing that again today, like I said, so if you want to comment about it, you can, but I've already addressed it. Right, we're going to start with the R300, then go back into the S300 and then mix and match. To be honest, I'm going to treat it just as a hitting balls session. I'm not going to have any particular swing thoughts. I'm not going to change swing thoughts within the different shafts or the different clubs, even though it's the same club. And I must say already, looking down at this Titleist MB, it makes me wonder why I haven't tried them more. But anyway, my general club head speed with a 7-iron is around 85 to 90, depending how I swing, depending how I hit it, depending how the old back is. So hopefully we can create something consistent. First shot. Left a little bit straight away. Now for me, with a regular shaft, with a shaft that hasn't got enough flex in there, I definitely can't bend that, that would potentially make me turn it over a little bit more, which isn't something which I particularly would want. But if we take a look at those numbers, 87.5 club head speed, spinning at 6,000, 162 yards. Not far away from where I would expect with a bladed 7-iron at all. Very similar, in fact pretty much identical. 162 club head, 87.2, 6,000 spin. I'm gonna be anti here and just hit a load of shots, then jump into the stiff, then back into the regular, then back into the stiff. I'm trying to make it as fair as possible, but not as scientific as possible, so I don't want any arguments. People argue about shafts all the time. So funnily enough, my obvious answer to this is go and get fitted and go and try different shafts in different heads and get the right combination for yourself. But I do think there's something, romantic about locking yourself in a room. I do think there's something quite, I can't say it. I do think there's something quite romantic about locking yourself in a room and just hitting different shots, trying to keep the same consistency, the same tempo, the same speed, and just seeing what differences you could have. Could you maybe change your game, tweak your swing into a different shaft that could be more compatible and more consistent for yourself? I know I'm just brainstorming here, but even maybe looking at graphite shafts and steel shafts, do you have to work as hard for a graphite? Do you have to work as hard for a regular? Oh, that was a wonderful swing. So you see there, 88 club head speed, 6,500 spin, 167, so picking up a little bit of distance. I got an idea for this video, funnily enough, from a Titleist ambassador, from Ian Poulter. I was watching the golf the other day on the European Tour, and they were saying that on his birthday he got sent a full new set of clubs with slightly softer shafts in there, and he's put them straight in play because he feels like he can play better with them, he can get a bit more control with them. Should I? Maybe, I don't know. Interestingly, I do use the white AMT shaft, but I use the X100, not the R300 or the S300. There's so many different shafts, so many. That's another good one. So that's 87 club, 6.6 spin, but it felt a little bit, I mean, it's on, to be honest, it was a great shot, 163. So if you do watch my videos, you'll know a 7-iron is always around 165 depending on how I hit it. Apart from one shot, I'm quite happy with those dispersions as well. Nice. Really interested, that club head speed was 91. Not 191, 91, but I am finding this quite interesting in that if this was a blind test and someone said to me, here's an S300, I don't think I'd be able to, like, I can't tell this is a regular. Doesn't feel that, I don't feel like I have to, well, I don't know, can't tell really. We haven't tried the stiff yet. Let's go into the stiff, there's an idea. So let's take the reg out of here. I'm going to put it the same lie angle because that's obviously vitally important, which is a great thing you can do now with fitting sets. So you go in there, you go there, and then you have to go there. No, there. How do you get? You in there. Hopefully your fitter's better at this than me. In there, and then there we go. You don't actually need a rocket science degree to do this. Good job, because I've got a degree in golf, if that helps. Right, AMT S300. The weight should be very, very similar, if not exactly the same. Let's go in there and see if I feel any difference. I actually felt a little bit deader, to be fair. Let's carry on. Deader, is that a word? Deader, is that a word? First real bad one with the stiff there. You can see that it's just gone, it's not that bad, but left. Interestingly, club head speed was fairly high. It was 90.4, but the strike was horrendous and we've lost quite a bit of distance off there. Still spinning at 6.6 though. Quite a fan of this Titleist head, especially for the spin rate I'm wanting. Oh, that's the swing. That is the swing. Lovely buttery fade. Club head speed 91.8. Spinning at 6.9, 163 carry. Why can't I just do that more often? Because you're rubbish, James. Just stop asking people questions that you know the answer to. Right, one more stiff, then we're going to go reg again. Reg again, sounds like some kind of mix-up of a music genre. Then we're going to go stiff again. No. Another little buttery fade, yes. Right, R300. So guys, while I'm doing this, get in the comments and let me know what shafts are you using, what flex are you using, are you even down to knowing what weight shaft you're using as well? All makes a difference, maybe? I don't know. And it makes me chuckle how there's so many conflicting ideas around shafts and things like that. Like, I don't know what to think. I don't really get that involved, to be honest. Right, reg. I think for me the big difference I'm expecting to see is dispersion a bit. I would expect the stiff to hold its line more, the reg maybe to release a little bit more and go left. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I could definitely play with that, no problem. No problem. The other argument obviously being how many shots do you need to hit to properly get a cumulative difference? I mean, a numerical difference. Realistically, we're talking thousands and thousands of shots, which I don't have the back for. Well, I do have the time for, but I ain't got the back for it. The more I hit this Titleist head, the more I think, oh yes. Especially like that. I feel like I'm swinging good today. I don't know if you've been watching the videos, guys, recently. Where's that ball gone? Always go the long way around. Definitely feel like I'm swinging better than I have been. 3 more reg, then stiff, then we'll have a look. Ah, that wasn't the shaft, that was me. This is where, like, I always get into the argument, and well, not argument, because it's a discussion with myself, but I always think, how good do you need to be? How consistent do you need to be for custom fitting to make a difference? For what ball you use to make a difference? For what clubs you use to make a difference? And then I think really all you're trying to do when you do get custom fit, give yourself the best chance when you make the swing you want to make, realistically, which hopefully is more often than not. Cut, cut. Every time it finishes behind that den caddy. Right, last shot with reg. Quite happy with that as a dispersion as well. And that's a wonderful shot to finish on. 167, club head speed 89, spinning at 6.8. If I could bottle that, I'd have no issue using R300 shafts. None at all. I can't bottle it, but let's go stiff again. Also guys, get in the comments and let me know, would you like to see this with shaft length, with shaft weight, with lie angle? Possibilities are endless, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to get too scientific into it. A, because I wouldn't understand it, I hold my hands up with that, and B, because I don't know how much in depth you guys want to know. You can always go and check out the TXG guys, anyone else who does it. But for me, if I can just show you guys my opinion on hitting these and giving you my feedback with feel and numbers, that's generally what you're going to get with me. S300, 5 shots, 5 of your best, come on. That was a heely strike, very heely. Straight though. There's a par 3 green up there, the flag's 166. A line ball goes in. It's 163 and it's cutting. That's a birdie chance, surely. Quite excited by this. I'm quite excited to see this, like the spin numbers and stuff. No, not that one. Left. I told you, didn't I? That's the worst one. That's the worst one. I can't blame the shaft because it's a stiff shaft, so. Oh, then you follow it with that. 167, spinning at 7.2. That was glorious. All I was thinking there was, watch me shank the final ball. 164, spinning at 6.9, club head speed 87. What's the difference for me with an S300 shaft or an R300 shaft? Let's find out. So dispersion, 10 shots, you know, I mean, look at the grouping in the middle. I mean, there's 5 that are a little bit, but I think they'd still be on the green. I'm happy with that. That's the stiff shaft. The regular, a little bit more spread out, isn't it? I think it's funny because it's a very, very similar pattern if we cycle through them. Dispersion is definitely better with the stiff. It's almost like with the regular, the bad shots are just that little bit wider, aren't they? Just that little bit further away from your target. So pleased to say, well, not pleased to say, but you can see there the stiff wins that round. What about the numbers? We're going to look at all of them. Stiff, 166, 162, 158, 163, 166, 156, 163. Fairly consistent. That's giving me an average of 163. Club head speed 89.5, ball speed 115, spinning at 6.7. I'm okay with that. I think there's a couple of bad shots in there which are always going to happen. This isn't a machine test. And what about the reg? 159, 162, 166. I mean, look at the... You're not going to believe this. 164 carry. So 1 yard in it. The regular actually went further, producing a club head speed of 88.2. So down a little bit on club head speed. Ball speed 115 as opposed to 1... So close. It's just the spin rate that's done it. The regular's spun 200 less over 10 shots, and that's what's given me the 1 extra yard. Now, if you'd have taken the stickers off these clubs, I will tell you now, I don't think I'd be able to tell a difference. Feel-wise, I'm probably kidding myself if I could say I'd tell a difference, especially if it was a blindfolded test, especially if I didn't know. I have tried to do that before and it didn't work out very well, so I especially when there's no one here to save you if you fall over. I'd be interested to do this on the golf course as well. Guys, get in the comments down and let me know if you want to see any more. I'm not going to lie, over 20 shots, I honestly think I expected it to be around 165. I've misstruck a few, I've nailed a few. I think the differences there are down to me and my inconsistencies, albeit they are probably 20 of the best golf swings I've had for a while. So quite pleased with the overall test. How much difference is there? For me there, I've not seen a huge difference, guys. So definitely go and get fitted, go and try some. If you have the opportunity to go and try some different shaft flexes and some different ideologies on how to swing the club and release the club, maybe find out something that works for you. If you don't care about all that and you just want to go and play golf and enjoy it, then you're probably in the same boat as me. But I hope you've enjoyed that video, guys. I've quite enjoyed it. I've used it as quite a nice practice session. And apart from that, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to see more dog content and other stuff, go check out the second channel. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.